Hello friends, Ayla here. I'm going to take you through a little bit of an upper body circuit. I've been doing 3 or 4 rounds of 40 seconds of each of these exercises. What I'm going to show you right now is 5 to 10 repetitions of each of the exercises. Then you can choose what you want to do. You could do 3 or 4 rounds of 40 seconds of these exercises, or you could do 3 to 4 sets of anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions of all of the exercises. We're going to start with kettlebells. You could have 1 kettlebell or 2. I'm choosing a heavy and a light kettlebell. You're also going to want a suspension trainer if you have one. I'm going to give you alternative exercises if you don't. And then you'll also want a set of dumbbells if you have them available, or any type of weight like a can of soup, can of beans, however you want to roll it. So we're going to get started with the kettlebell exercises, and again I'm going to show you 5 to 10 repetitions of each of the exercises. You can do them with me if you want to, or you can watch them and then take it on your own. Here we go. We start with the bent over row, and I'm going to do 10 repetitions of this bent over row, pulling the weight in toward where my rib cage ends and my abdominal muscles begin. So I'm going to do 5 repetitions that way, and then I'm going to turn just to show you I'm keeping my back long, chest and back parallel to the ground, squeezing my shoulder blades together. And that was 10 repetitions of the bent over row. Moving right into a kettlebell single arm row. I'm going to put one hand to my knee hinge, row in, set the kettlebell down, and take it to the other side. I'm going to do 5 on each side. So that was 2 on each side, 3, I'll turn to the side so that you can see this, 4, and 5. So there we have the kettlebell single arm bent over row. We're going to go to our suspension trainer now. If you don't have a suspension trainer, what you're going to do are some push-ups. So I'm going to bring my suspension trainer out for a little bit of chest press. So I'm going to come down, squeeze back up, come down, and squeeze up. If you don't have a suspension trainer, friends, do some push-ups for this one. You can do push-ups on the ground, on your knees or your toes, or you can do push-ups against an inclined surface to make it a little bit easier. All right, that was about 10. And then we would go right into, with our suspension trainer, we would go right into a row. Now, if you don't have a suspension trainer, you could pick up your dumbbells and do a bent over row with your dumbbells. If you do have a suspension trainer, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. The further, well, I'll say it this way, the more parallel you are to the ground, the more challenging this movement. And that's going to be 10. And now we're going to move into tricep extensions with the suspension trainer. Again, if you don't have a suspension trainer, you could grab your dumbbells and you could do an overhead tricep extension or a tricep kickback with your dumbbells. Up to you. If we've got our suspension trainer, we're going to line it up so that when we come down, our elbows are bent and our hands are right at our forehead and extending out. And full extension. That was 5, so I have 5 more if you're doing this with me. Let's keep going. 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. We go right from our suspension trainer tricep extensions into now some dumbbell work. So I'm going to pick up my dumbbells. Our first exercise is a combo. Here's what we're going to do. Bicep curl, overhead press, and then it's bicep curl, front raise, bicep curl, side raise. Here's an option, 2 curls for each shoulder movement. So I did 2 curls, and then I did an overhead press, 2 curls, front raise, 2 curls, side raise. I'm going to do a couple more there for you. bicep curl, overhead press, double bicep curl into a front raise, and a double bicep curl into a side raise. Let's go through that one more time. So if you're doing this with me, we're still rocking. That time I got 3 bicep curls in before I did the overhead press. Okay, 2 curls and a front raise, and 2 curls and a side raise. Just lifting to shoulder height on the front raise and the side raise. Now another combo, an overhead press combo. Well, an overhead tricep extension combo, I should say. So we're gonna press overhead, tricep extension, come down, hinge to a bent over row, tricep kickback, and then do it all again. So I'm essentially curl press to get up, tricep extension, and then I'm rowing, extending, and down. I'm gonna go through that a few more times. Forward facing first, so curl, press, overhead, extension. Then I bend for my row, tricep extension. One more time. Curl, press, overhead, come down, row, tricep extension. Stand tall. One more exercise with our dumbbells. It's a row combo. I'll show it forward facing first, and then I'll turn to the side. We hinge, row with our palms facing back, row with our palms facing forward, and then do a wide row. I like to stand tall to reset in between, totally up to you. Hinge, squeeze, squeeze, wide, stand tall, so palms face back, forward, wide. I'm gonna do 2 more of that combo. Hinge, palms back, palms forward, row wide, stand tall, hinge, palms back, palms forward, row wide, stand tall. What would an upper body circuit be without a bonus exercise? I want to give you one more that you can challenge yourself with if you would like to. It's a kettlebell movement, and you could incorporate this into the circuit wherever you wanted. You'd have your kettlebell resting down, the handle so that it is parallel to you, not perpendicular. And then you'd hinge. You can have a hand on the knee or hand out to the side. And we're gonna do a little clean and press. Then I take it to the other side. Clean and press. I'm gonna go through that a few more times, leading with your elbow. It's like an upright row, and then you're catching underneath. Press, down, press, down. I'm gonna turn to the side and show you 2 more on each side. Here we go. So I take my clean and press, clean and press, extending through my knees and my hips at the top as well. And there it is, an upper body circuit. It takes me about a half an hour to do 3 rounds of 40 seconds of each of those exercises. So you could aim for maybe 30 to 45 minutes, depending on if you're doing 3 rounds or 4 rounds, and if you're doing it for time or for repetitions. So I'll say it one more time. My recommendation would be 3 or 4 rounds of 40 seconds of each exercise, or 3 or 4 rounds of anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions of each exercise. Have some fun with that, a little upper body circuit for your enjoyment.